We just hit 50,000 subscribers on the channel, so I thought what better way to celebrate than to tour this brand new 50-meter tri-deck super yacht presented by Tankoa Yachts. This is the latest example in their S501 Evo 50-meter series. You can sleep 10 guests in 5 different cabins, and this yacht is named Rilassata, which translated from Italian means relaxed. And relaxed is exactly what you're going to be if you spend any amount of time on board this beautiful vessel. You'll see it has a very striking paint color with the sandy beige hull. This yacht is built out of aluminum, it's 499 gross tons, it's 49.9 meters in length, or just shy of 164 feet. The beam is 9.4 meters, and it has a draft of 2.2 meters. And from this angle, of course, you can see into the beach club. You have the massive transom wall that folds over. Inside, we have a day head, we have some gym equipment, and we also have direct access into the garage as well as the engine room. And we'll fully go inside later on in the tour. But for now, we're gonna make our way over to the passerelle. We're gonna slip our shoes off, and we'll hop on board this 50-meter Tankoa super yacht. So here we'll get another shot into the beach club, but as mentioned, we will go down there later on in the tour. And then we'll make our way onto the aft deck. You have an absolutely massive row of sun pads right here. And there is a meeting going on the aft deck, so we'll breeze past this for now. But you do have a massive section of U-shaped seating. And then we have the powered glass doors. And there's a button here, but you can also have the automatic sensors like it's turned on now, which grants you access into this stunning main salon. The design of this yacht, both inside and out, it's absolutely beautiful. And there's a lot of really fun games on this yacht as well. We have Blast Off right over here. Then if we continue forward in the space, you have a massive L-shaped seating section over here. You have 2 TVs in this area. There's one right here. And then we also have one forward of the dining room. Speaking of which, here is your formal dining area. I'm also happy to report to you all that this is actually the largest super yacht at the Cannes Yachting Festival. So this really is a treat that we were able to get on board. This wasn't originally on our schedule of appointments, but we were able to secure access on board on my last day here. I'm actually flying out tomorrow morning. So I'm very grateful that we were able to get on board. Now if we continue forward, we have a side access door here. So this is your main foyer onto the yacht. You have the staircase leading up to the bridge deck and down to the guest cabins. This door will grant you access to the crew area. Continuing forward, this is the day head. And then here is a first custom modification. Normally you would see the owner suite on the main deck, but this is the only model so far in this line from Tankoa where they opted for this. If we come through this door, the first room is actually a gym. And you could equip this however you'd like. We also have a large window over here as well, so you could fit even more on this side. And then I thought this was so cool. If we step through here, take a look at this. Absolutely stunning. We have the bar area right back here. We have, it looks like 2 different racing simulators, so that's pretty sweet. We have the poker table in the middle. And we have another console for games, or a game table I should say, right over here. Looks like hundreds of games to choose from. And then also, we're not going to be able to display it, but I know there's an option to have, and I believe this one is equipped with it. We can see these holes right here, those are for poles, because right here, this entire section will hinge out. So you'll have a fold-out balcony in this area. I don't think there are even pictures available of this yet because this yacht was literally just delivered maybe a month or two ago. But of course, that's an amazing feature. And I'm sure you can see, let me stand in the corner of the room, but if this was the owner's suite, this would be a huge room. But the owners actually went for something different. Let me show what it looks like behind the bar. And I'm not going to open up everything, but I'm sure we have your refrigeration and ice makers, a bunch of storage in here, everything you need to serve in this area. And as much as I'd love to stay and hang out in here, we still have a lot of super yacht to see. Down this staircase, we have 4 guest cabins. And we'll start with cabins number 4 and 5. Here we have 2 single beds, and these can be pushed together to form a larger queen. And it looks like we also have the Pullman installed, but they did a really clever job of integrating it into the wall, so it actually doesn't look like a Pullman is there. So that's just smart engineering. So technically, I think if, assuming the other room has this, technically we could sleep up to 12. And although this is the smallest cabin, let's be real, you have so much space in here. The beautiful stone accents on the wall. And then, of course, your rainfall shower. And I love the little bits of accent lights in the corner. Really elevates the space. And let's check out across the hall. Mirror to the last, it looks like we do have the Pullman installed. And then you do have a TV behind the door. That's still a really good sized TV for the smallest cabin. And there are stops on the door, so you're not going to slam that into the TV. And then a mirrored ensuite as well. Then if we continue forward in this area, also look at the little bits of lighting in the stairs. It's a lovely design. Here we have mirrored VIP cabins. So here's the first. You have the tablet systems in each room, so you can control everything from the AC to the lighting with those. You have your storage along the wall next to the TV. And then we actually have pocket doors that open up on each side right into the ensuite. So we have the mirror on the one door, and behind here is the toilet. And then on the other side, this is your shower. You have to let me know what you think of the design so far. We have the big reveal coming up in a moment for the owner's suite. And here is VIP number 2. And you also, on this level, before we go back upstairs, there is a door that leads to the crew area so they can service all the cabins without going upstairs. So you can see how that works right there. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, we're running out of places for the owner's suite to be, so I'll just give it away now. The owner custom opted to have their entire suite located up on the bridge deck in a private enclosed area. So we get to the top of the stairs, and then through this door, this is where we enter the owner's domain. We have a toilet right here. Then continuing forward, they have a beautiful office space. You have closets built in all these different walls. And then their ensuite is through this door. The massive double vanity. And I hope it's picking up well on camera because this is absolutely stunning. And then a massive, massive shower. A bench across the entire thing. And really large windows as well. So you get lots of natural light and a great view while you're in the shower. And then if we continue heading aft, this is where we actually find the bedroom. So these doors lead out to the bridge deck aft. So you could consider this your private space. However, you can access it from 2 different areas. So however you want to call that, it is what it is. Take a look at this, guys. This looks incredible. And you do have another larger walk-in closet over here, although the owner's personal belongings are inside, so I'm not going to show it to you. And before we head out to the bridge deck aft, let's go forward to the bridge. Guys, take a look at this. You have 5 extremely large screens spanning across. Then all of the different controls and systems for your super yacht, from your thrusters, your hydraulics, all the systems, your throttle. Of course, you have a lot of communications equipment on board, your satellite, radar. Get a very big ship feel in here. And then we have, it looks like a triple bench seat across, but they all have the armrests. There are side access doors on each side of the bridge, so you can get around very easily. And then there's also a dayhead located right here, which makes sense because you have the owner's suite for the rest of the bridge deck. So if any of the crew needs to handle their business up here, they don't have to go all the way down to do so. And before we head outside to the bridge deck aft and also the sun deck and upstairs, I think we're going to go down to the crew area because the galley is located down there. Here's one more shot of the dining area and the main salon from this angle. It's starting, it's still daytime, but we're probably about 45 minutes away from golden hour where the sun's slowly starting to set. So you're starting to get a lovely ambiance in here. And we will find the galley over in this side. There's a side access door. You have multiple drink refrigerators. And there is a prep space for the stews. Excuse me. And then if we come around this corner, you can see how this leads back out to the foyer with the stairs right here. Hi, go ahead. And then also, the captain's cabin, you might have thought it was located after the bridge. It's actually located right here. Now, if we head down this staircase, guys, take a look at this. We have a massive crew mess. Very bright, very clean. And then you'll see right here, here is the galley. And then the door that leads to the guest cabins, here's the other side of that. And then down this hallway is where you have the crew cabins, but you also have, actually here's one example of one of the crew cabins. And this yacht is fully crewed, so we're not going to fully go into it. but you also have a massive walk-in refrigerator. On a yacht like this, you have a great range, so you need plenty of provisions on board. You can certainly store everything you need to in here. And we also have the laundry room. Looks like not just 2, but 3 sets of Miele Professional Series. So we have 2 cabins up here, 1, 2. The captain's cabin down that hall. And then number 3 and 4 right here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're just avoiding a little bit of traffic. The yacht's starting to get a little busy. But we're going to check out all the outdoor areas now. So if we head up this staircase, this is how we get to the bridge deck aft. The owner's private oasis is right in here. So you can see out here, we have a TV that pops up, your circular table, and then a lovely row of bench seating. And this stretches the entire width of the yacht, so I really like that. And they also have the beautiful plants arranged just behind the sofa. So even though you may not be on land, you still get a little bit of greenery. And I see the logo of Tankoa Yachts over on this gate, so I'm going to talk about them for a moment because this is the first Tankoa yacht I've been on, and obviously this is a fantastic one to get my feet wet with them. Tankoa actually comes from a Genoese dialect word for scorpion, which is Tankoa, or T-A-N-C-U-A. Tankoa Yachts is a shipyard based in Genoa, and they came up with that name because one of the major company shareholders, they unfortunately passed away in the early days of the company, but they were a Scorpio, and that's where the name comes from. But you still see an ode to that in the logo, because you'll see it's shaped as a hull of a ship, but you still have the scorpion's tail in the logo. So that's just a little fun fact about Tankoa, where their logo comes from and where the name comes from. They build a ton of incredible super yachts. Surprisingly, this is actually one of the smaller yachts that they've built. So hopefully in the future, we can tour some more. Because so far, I'm absolutely loving this yacht. And I wanted to apologize. There's going to be a little bit of wind noise here. I'll try to keep my back turned to it, but there's only so much you can do. Here is the side door to the bridge. And you'll see you have a wing station. So we have the same thing on the other side. And then up here on the bow, you could customize this however you'd like. If you're ordering brand new, I've seen options with a pool and a massive movie theater. But this one's a little more subtle with a massive row of sun pads and then 2 additional tables with the U-shaped seating. And also from this angle, you can see some more of that paint job. We'll see if we can put a profile shot of this yacht in the water up on the screen now, because like I said, it's absolutely striking when you're looking at it. And then continuing forward, sorry guys, I'm trying to keep my back to it. I do have a dead cat on, but sometimes the wind still overpowers that. Here you can see you have 2 different wave runners. You have a safety tender, and of course the crane that can put these items into the water. Yeah, very heavy duty bollards, and also extremely heavy duty chains and winches. And guys, I do have to say, this is the final yacht that I'm touring at the Cannes Yachting Festival. It seems like the perfect way to end my time here in Cannes. But don't worry, that's not an outro. We still have a lot of yacht to see. We still have to go up to the sun deck, down to the beach club, into the garage, into the engine rooms. You probably noticed, but these decks are ultra wide. It's just that type of luxury you get on a 50-meter yacht like this. If we cut across here, we have one more staircase, which brings us up to the sun deck. We can start all the way aft. And this will also help keep our back to the wind, but we have 3 freestanding loungers. These cushions are incredibly thick for a lounger like this, so I'm sure these are ultra comfortable. And they also have an unobstructed view because the railings are just the glass. They're so clean, they're honestly kind of hard to see, but they're there. And here we'll give you one more shot of the Cannes Yachting Festival. We are on the Superyacht extension. There is a hardtop overhead. Of course, you can see your domes.
No, it's a nice boat. I was afraid it would turn out much worse.
Up here, we have the L-shaped seating with 2 expandable tables. We have another bar area over here and a TV that's mounted. There are also shades that can cover them, but you do have some glass in the ceiling. So it still gives you that really wide open feel. And one thing I think is really cool, I talked about the railings back there. There seems to be the height that is deemed acceptable and safe. And on this side, you can see the glass is much shorter, but it just gets to that prescribed height. And then you'll see how the glass railings just get larger and larger as you work your way to the front until you have the full panes of glass. I don't know, that's just a little detail I noticed, but I think that's pretty cool. Ooh, it looks like we have a little bit of a traffic jam up here, or out there I should say. Lots of yachts coming and going. And now, we have everyone's favorite up here. First, you have the sun pad in front of it. Then we also have the jacuzzi tucked away right back here. You have a very well-equipped sun deck, as you would expect on a yacht like this. Some clients that just came up here, so I think it's time to head back downstairs.
They can get together, become one. They can go up and down. You have another television here. You have a small grill.
Now, we're gonna head back down to the aft deck and then head down into the beach club. And it's a little emptier now, so you can see the U-shaped seating I was talking about. And then you also have the catering section right over here, as well as storage in places like this. Here you'll see where we started the tour. And if we come down, and you'll see how this transom door will fold out. You can put some furniture here if you'd like. You can also install a shower. And then when this is tucked up, it will sit flush with the back of the yacht. I love these little details, like how they put the Tankoa logo, just little things like that I'm a fan of. And then down into the beach club, if we take a few steps down, we have some workout equipment. We have a little coffee bar and a sink over here. Over here, I believe we have a day head. Oh, look at that. Absolutely stunning, just like inside. And then here we actually have the toilet for your day head. So if you're swimming or diving off the back of the yacht, you can just rinse off afterwards. And then through this door, we can access the engine room. There's also a few other ways to access it from the main deck. But if we come down here, they currently have the tender removed, so you can see just how massive the space is. This is the balcony that will fold out. and then the crane in the ceiling, which will release the tender into the water. But when you don't have a tender, oftentimes people do tow their tenders, and from a few people I've talked to, that's actually pretty common, more common than you would think, even if you have the space. But you can see there's so much space in here. They just have a bunch of bikes, all your life jackets, your helmets. There is a refueling station in here. And then through this door, you can see this is the staircase. On the port side, there will be a door, and I really like how you have the full staircase here. There's no, hunching over, trying to climb down a ladder. Not on this yacht. And then through this door, you have kind of the control center or the chief engineer's office. We have a massive generator that we're greeted with. One more over here. And then it's a little noisy. So let me tell you about the engines right back here. Actually, let me go into the office so we can at least get somewhat of a view. This yacht comes with a pair of MTU diesel electric engines. I actually don't have the horsepower figure on me. I'll see if I can get that after the fact and put it into the description. I'm getting ahead of myself. Top speed is around 18 knots. You can cruise at 16, and reportedly it has 4,000 nautical miles of range at 11 knots. So you can cross oceans with this one. You can explore the world. Here's one engine. This yacht is so large you can have equipment between the engines. And here is the other one. And you have water makers on board. Everything you would ever need for long distance cruising. I believe you have 2 water makers. And I'm curious, if you were going to own a super yacht, would you tow your tender, or would you store it in the garage if you had a garage? All right, everyone, let's find a quiet area on the yacht. Because I did want to talk to you all for a minute. Essentially, I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for all of your support on this channel. It's been an incredible journey, and we're not stopping anytime soon. Now, we're officially on the road to 100,000 subscribers. So, if you aren't subscribed and you made it this far in the video, please hit that subscribe button. Also, like the video, leave a comment down below. All of that engagement really helps the channel out. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much again. And thank you, of course, to Tankoa Yachts for granting us access on board. This was an incredible vessel, and I'm very excited to tour more of these in the future. Thanks again for watching, and we will catch you next time.